This is the Amazon one-year overview reading for the year of 2024. It's currently November 3rd, 2023, 7:14 p.m. Eastern Time. Amazon in the extended hours at the present time is $138.41. That's USD. And the shuffle video we're about to play for you down here in the corner is, it was created on June 27th, 2023 at 8:47 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this video right here in the corner. So the overall theme and behavior for the year of 2024 is a rally into key resistance on a one-year chart scale. And from that resistance, we should break down with consecutively lower spikes up on the way down. Looks like about mid-year, there's probably a sharp decline. And it's crossed that rally into key resistance with the consecutively lower spikes down afterwards. It's crossed with a prominent move higher on a one-year chart scale followed by a full retracement. So when we get into it, we'll figure it out in a little bit more detail, but it does appear like maybe we start out at a low and return by the end of the year to that low. We'll talk about that in more detail as we progress through the reading. Behavior around the highest high, we have a key resistance level on a multi-year scale that we've bumped up against many times before and failed to break through. It's highlighted near the high, and behavior around the low, so we should see a period of sideways rotation along a key support level on at least the one-year chart scale, and that sideways rotation should end with a fast sudden move higher. What's also interesting is that the theme card, the most prominent card in the whole reading, is the Strife card. When we take a look at the 10-year reading, the Strife card appears as a 2023 reading, so we're able to determine that we're somewhere, as far as where we are in the sequence of events on the multi-year chart, we're somewhere here in the Strife. As we progress, that'll help to inform more about what's going on. Before I go any further, though, and get into the week-by-week chart behavior, the prominent highs and lows and all that, I just want to make sure that everybody's aware the whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. We do that here on our resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders, where we ask that you donate 5% of the profits forward to one of these charities, 5% of the profits back to the channel through one of these links here. If you're international, you can use Wise or you can use YouTube tips. That leaves you with 90% of the money. Make sure to spend that money out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you follow the rule of karma for the channel, which is the unwritten agreement between the universe and people utilizing this information for personal gain. You can utilize this information for personal gain as long as you're also making the world a better place for other people. If you're not following this rule of karma, you are very quickly going to get shut off. The universe is no longer going to provide those abundant influxes of money to you through the channel. So don't be that guy. It's only 5% and 5% or total 10%. Thank you to all my angel investors, by the way. I love you guys. The way that you read a 1 year, it's important to understand that the sequence of events, each one of these cards going left to right across the screen and then down here again, these each represent about 2 weeks of time in the year: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, right? So not each card's energy, however, is going to line up perfectly with 2 weeks of time. So you have to give this about 2 weeks of wiggle room. For the most part, it's going to be right on point as far as timing, but there may be moments where it's off a little bit. The sequence of events will still be accurate. So if you find yourself in a situation like that, to stay on track, just follow the sequence of events. Plus, you can always get on a live, guys, and just ask me. To get any better detail, you would have to get a monthly subscription to the Amazon paid version to get into the day-by-day chart behavior throughout the year. I'll remind everybody we're running roughly a 98% average accuracy. All right, so in early January, we have a pop and drop. Either that or there's something to do with Congress highlighted. I think it's probably a pop and drop. And then we have a prominent trough in late January. From the January high, which is probably early January, we have a decline through multiple support levels based on something that was cause for excitement is no longer cause for excitement. It becomes cause for concern, and there's a decline to revisit a support level that we probably just met in 2023. Let's take a look and see how we're doing on the 2023 reading, by the way, which the 2023 reading was created October 26, 2022 at 10:55 a.m. That's this file right here. We had difficulty determining where the lowest low was. Looks like that's because it was first thing in the year. We did pick up on a very significant low here in October. It wasn't a lowest low, but it's probably our deepest low as we progress through the year. And as far as the highs for the year, we absolutely nailed that. We have a high here in August, right? We have a highest high here in August. And then we have another highest high here in October, and you can see another highest high here in October. Early November, a big move out of a decline from the bottom of a range to the top of a range. I mean, this is super accurate. We were just even though we didn't get the lowest low here, we did indicate that there would be troughs here. So this was super accurate. And as far as trades are concerned, thank you, Hermes. I love you too. So if you got in at a low in July, you could have closed out in August for a significant amount of money. You could have closed out again. Sorry, it's September. We have it for October, but it's like right there on the margin. And like I said, 2 weeks of wiggle room. But so this is looking significant, and there was a notable decline to reach the low for November, or almost November, right there. This is super accurate, guys. All right, let's continue. So there's a prominent trough that we visit in the midst of a significant decline in late January, and it's probably a trough that we just rallied out of at the cusp of December, January. So we'll revisit it. And then there's like a U-shaped dip in February with a fake out near what is probably a high in February, and then there's a significant decline to reach the February low through multiple support levels. It starts off of a brief peak that's easily missed, and it's usually a significant opportunity. There's also this peak here, like in the third week probably of February, in the midst of volatility, and it ends with a fast sudden move higher, and then a sharp drop. It looks like right at the end of February. By the beginning of March, we have a rally commence, and we have sideways fluctuating rally into a prominent peak or crest. So we sideways fluctuate rally into a higher high in March, which is also a cross-reading congruency. It's the 2025 card on the 10-year reading, so it has some extra weight. So in late March, there's a rally that offers opportunity to close a long position or open up a short position before a significant decline into through multiple support levels into a prominent trough on a 1 year chart scale. And the prominent peak and the highest high and the prominent trough that both take place in March take place within really close time proximity to each other. Talk more about the trade opportunities there in the paid version. So in April, we have out of a prominent trough, we established support, and then there's a big move higher standing out on a 1-year chart scale. A lot of price change to meet the April high, or a lot of volatility around the April high. Sideways rotation near the April low. All right, so we have the April low is probably early in the month of April with that sideways rotation, and then about like the second week of April or the beginning of the third week of April, there's a big move higher, successfully turning resistance into new support in the later part of April. I'm also advised to be cautious near the April low, not to be thrown off or misdirected. And then we may very well revisit the same high that we had in March. We may very well revisit it here in May, in the beginning of May. So we go from a prominent trough in early April to right on the cusp. So we have the sideways rotation near the low, which is in late April. So we move higher in early April, move back down in late April, and then out of the lower trough in late April, where we might have some misdirection. There's a notable rally off of that sideways rotation to the upside, turning resistance on a 1-year chart scale into new support. And then from there, we decline pretty hard in early May, possibly reaching a low. A lot of price change there. And I think we may also have like a big move higher, because the May high, it's very likely that there's a lot of similar energy to the Princess of Discs and the Ace of Discs, so it's possible it's the same high. So we have a low and rally from the bottom, from a decline, out of the decline from the bottom of the range to the top of the range. Top of the range being the high of May, probably the same high as March. Late May, we have a decline that ends with a fast sudden move higher. And the chart behavior around the May low is a period of volatility and a sharp drop in that period of volatility. So that fast sudden move higher out of a decline at the beginning or at the end of May takes us. We continue higher into early June. That Knight of Cups card is also cross-reading congruency. It's the high card for the 10-year, and it's very likely that we have a high here, bumping along resistance sideways, and then we decline, and then we go into a higher, like a fast sudden move higher there in 2020, probably 2025. As far as any price information that I may extrapolate from the reading, that goes in the paid version as well as where the actual highs and lows are to the week throughout the year, like the highest highs and lowest lows are throughout the year. Out of the high of June, which is likely, it's a prominent high again here in June. Out of that prominent high, there's a significant decline through multiple support levels on a 1-year chart scale. We do some sideways rotation near the June low. The June high is probably towards the end of the month. The June low is probably towards the beginning of the month. June low is a prominent trough as well for the year. And then we have a range that's highlighted in early July. We probably have like a pop and drop there where we hit the upper end of the range and then drop. But there's a rally along a diagonal trend line into the July high, a rally along diagonal trend line breaking through horizontal resistance to meet a second resistance before pulling back to somewhere between those two price levels. And we have a peak towards the end of the month of July that forms out of like a big move higher standing out on a 1-year chart scale. That big move higher probably starts off of the July low and takes us to a peak towards the end of July or the cusp of July, and then we have a sideways fluctuating decline there. We have a sideways fluctuating decline there that precedes like a really mixed chart behavior in August, becoming more bullish somewhere mid to late August at a peak, a significant peak that'll stand out. There should be a really sharp drop there. That's got to be the sharp drop that I was talking about possibly seeing mid-year. That unicursal is indicating a sharp drop there. So that sharp drop is probably right around the cusp of August, September, and behavior around the August level will be erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level. Prominent trough early in the month of August, really standing out. Multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance in early September, and a failed attempt to break through key resistance that we expect to break through based on technicals, leading to a decline through falsely established support off of the September high, which is probably early in the month of September or mid-month of September, at a key technical price level there, like an important technical price level there around that high on the cusp of August, September. And we revisit a opportunity at a key support level around the September low when we do sideways rotation along key support and a sharp drop that'll stand out in that period of sideways rotation. A bunch of trade opportunities there I'll talk about in the paid version. So big move higher around the cusp of September, October, probably off of like a really prominent low. There's a big unexpected move to the upside, reaching for a key technical price level where we flatten out about mid-month of October. There's volatility on a multi-day scale there in late October, providing opportunity to trade both directions, and I'll talk about that in more detail in the paid version if it seems wise. Notable reversal early in the month of October. Notable reversal standing out on a 1-year chart scale there in early October around the low. We rally along a diagonal trend line in early November. That rally, though, ends with a fast sudden move higher, poking through a key technical price level in early November, and then falling and breaking through that diagonal trend line with increasing volatility on the way down, sharp decline into the November low. The decline off of the high of November offers an opportunity to open up a long position or close a short position, but probably open up a long position in the midst of a decline. And I'll talk about why and how in more detail in the paid version. We have the completion of a rally in late November, probably one of our biggest declines for the year here in early December. After reaching a high on the cusp of November, December with a big move to reach for a distant resistant, there's a sharp decline that commences in December and continues into late December, where we most likely have a prominent low in late December after we decline to and through support on a multi-day scale to meet a second support, and then we rotate sideways along that support at the lows of December. Sneak preview for 2025, there should be a notable rally standing out on a multi-year scale, offering opportunity to close a long position or open up a short position. That's most of Amazon. Now I'm going to get into where I see the highest highs for the year down to the week, as well as the best trade opportunities down to the week, and the lowest lows, and any price information, all going into paid version. If you're interested in the paid version, you saw the accuracy of the 2023 one, guys. If you're interested in the paid version, great way to support the channel. You get it here at our services, SO Metapost. Scroll down to 1 year report, click here. specify the year, 23, 24, 25, and then specify only one ticker or crypto symbol, just one, remember, and then add to cart. And it takes about anywhere up to 3 weeks turnaround time, because we do it based on astrological signature, so I wait a little bit to meet those moments. But that definitely helps out the channel. People who do that are like big supporters. I have one guy, one of my friends here, it's like he buys a 1-year report almost every single week because he knows how accurate they are. So thank you to everybody that goes ahead and does that. And if you're interested in even more detail in Amazon, guys, the best way to do that is to just subscribe to our monthly subscription, the all paid version. It's $250 a month, and it gives you access to the paid version of every single monthly that we do. That's Amazon, Google, Nvidia, and all of these ticker symbols that you see here, tickers and crypto symbols, running roughly a 98% average accuracy. Man, we smoked October. It was just like absolute nailed the accuracy on those readings for the most part. All right, let's get back into it. And that's Amazon 2024. Don't forget to follow that rule of karma, my friends. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. It really helps out the channel. But don't forget to follow that rule of karma. Super important. Otherwise, that flow of abundance gets shut off. You'd rather have come back tenfold. So, hey, why not? Just follow that. Keeps the channel going. Blessings to all my angel investors. I love you guys. Stay tuned if you got the paid version. I'll see you guys on the next one.